Hi, welcome to 30 Day Abs. I am Tamara, and today's day 10. So let's get right to work. We have some fun stuff to do today. So find your place on your mat, and we're gonna start in a seated position. So I want you to try to find your tripod, and that's your two sitting bones and your tailbone. And if you can lift up and keep your posture really nice and long, with your heels on the floor, you'll already feel a lot of engagement in the abdominals. If that's too hard, reach back and hold on to your thighs. If it's not hard enough, extend your arms and just hold that stability. Now we're gonna do some partial roll downs. I've got my feet lightly on the floor, and I'm gonna start by rounding my spine, and I'm gonna roll down just till my lower back touches the floor. Right there where you got that cute little tattoo back in the 90s. Roll that down and tap your lower back to the floor, and then lift it right back up again. So we're gonna exhale as we come down, inhale as we come up. And if you can't get quite that far, get as far as you can. You'll feel that grab in your lower abdominals, and you know it's working. Inhale to come up. If that breath feels backwards, then just breathe backwards. As long as there's air coming and going, this is gonna be working for you. We have a round spine and then a long spine. Maybe this wasn't the best shirt to wear for this, but we're going round and then long. Round and then long. I'm gonna do 5 more. I'm gonna call that 15. These are pretty tough because you can't ever get satisfaction of coming all the way to the floor. You stop like right when it starts to feel comfortable, and then you pick it back up again. And it keeps a lot of pressure in your abdomen, also lifting up from the pelvic floor, also trying to stabilize your legs. Whew. And it creates a little bit of heat. That was probably more than 15, but that felt pretty great. Now I'm gonna shake my legs out a little bit because my hip flexors right up front here, they felt a little bit of that too. Now I'm gonna come back to that same position, and I'm either gonna put my hands on my thighs or under the knees if I like. A little bit harder would be to reach out here, and I'm gonna pick my feet up off the floor. So I'm gonna inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So this time I'm stabilizing with that nice long spine, so we're not trying to get that C-shaped curve there. We're just moving the legs down and up. And if that's too much, do one and then the other. You can do both at once if you like. It's not easy. Let's do 9 more. 8. Pulling my belly button in like I'm trying to take my belly button away from my shirt. I'm gonna do 4 more. Woo! 3, 2, and 1. And I'm gonna call that 15. I'm gonna roll down from here, and I'm gonna lift my hips up because it feels really good to stretch out the hip flexors after all of that fuss. Lots of belly work, definitely some work in the hips as well. All right, so now we're gonna do some oblique work. And this time I want you to make a diamond shape with your feet and your knees, and then I want you to put your pinky toes down on the floor. And you can put your heels down too if you want to, but if you can stay a little bit poised and engaged through your belly, then you'll get just a little bit extra sensation. Hands can be, as always, back behind the head or across the chest or whatever you like. But I'm just gonna lift up like I'm trying to put my armpit on my inner thigh and then back down. That's never gonna happen. But by taking this diamond shape with the legs, that gets the hip flexors out of the way. So we maybe stimulated them a couple of minutes ago. So for our oblique work, we're gonna give them a break. And if that's too much pressure on the feet, just let your foot come down, it's okay. And I'm gonna do 10 more, I'm gonna call that 20. Again, I'm probably doing too many reps because I'm just talking through it.
I'd rather do too many than too few because I want to give you time to do it. 4 more. And you can count to 20. That's 10 on each side. Rest, do something that feels good while you recover. Let's reset in that same diamond-shaped position. And this time we're going to lift over to one side, and then as the head comes down, we're going to close the legs. Open the legs as you go to the other side and close. Open the legs and twist. Close the legs as we recover. Open and close. So what's the point of that other than just being fussy? When you're engaging your inner thigh muscles, at the same time that you're engaging from the pelvic floor, just did that wrong, and you're pulling your belly muscles in tight, you're making the most out of all of those muscle groups. They have kind of a synergistic relationship. Pelvic floor, inner thighs, and your transverse abdominis. That's that lowest, deepest girdle muscle. I'm going to do 4 more and call that 20. Let me remind you, please, never pull on your head when you're doing ab work. It really shouldn't be happening in the neck. It should be happening in the midsection. All right, so we've done our obliques, we've done our curls, and now it's time to do a plank. So I'm gonna get to where I can see the clock a little bit better, and I'm gonna come down to my elbows. You can come to elbows or hands. You can come to knees or feet. This time I'm gonna have you lift up one leg. So that could look like this, could look like this, maybe even go back and forth. We're gonna hold 30 seconds. We're lifting up from the belly, squeezing those butt cheeks. You can do whatever you want to with the foot. Make sure that you're not sinking into the shoulders, but lifting up. And then remember to keep your hips a little bit high so that you're not getting saggy butt. Good job, guys. About 10 more seconds right here. Please take a break if you need one, even if it's just a knee break. And then we're gonna set that foot down and we're gonna pick up the other foot. You like this? This is a nice long plank today. We're going a whole minute. 30 seconds on each side. Bent knee, squeezing the butt, lifting the ribs, or straight knee, squeezing the butt, lifting the ribs. Nice, easy breathing. We got 8 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Do something that feels good. Maybe that's child's pose. Maybe it's not child's pose. Whatever feels like recovery is gonna be good. Thanks, guys. Great job today. I will see you tomorrow.